Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 7th, 8th, and 9th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, if you're new to my channel, what you want to do is, I would hope you watch the introduction at least once, but this will be tagged on to all the videos in the beginning. If you want to go straight, or if you're a cross-watcher and you want to go straight to the readings, then go right down there. There's a timestamp in the description, and you can just bypass this. Watch at least once though, please. Anyway, you know that when I'm doing the weekend, I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. I will pull one also from my Doreen and Grant Virtue Angels of Abundance. That's fairly new. And of course, my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for this introduction, what we do is we look at the world, the universe at large, and I will be using my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Colette Baron Reed The Good Tarot. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Just remember though, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. Whatever the words are, I try not to get too much in the way of it, okay? So higher power to me is God, Source, Holy Spirit, but to you, it may be somebody or something different. That's okay. Anyway, so what's going on here on the 7th? Just to kind of just do what's going on in the world. Mercury, which is in Virgo, will be trining, which is a good position with Pluto that still is retrograde in Capricorn. However, Capricorn is going to be going direct, and so what's going to happen is it is stationary right now. So Mercury is the planet of fast actions, fast energies. There's a lot of communications that comes with Mercury. Mercury likes to be in Virgo. That is a Earth planet. Capricorn is also an Earth planet. Pluto has been reconstructing it's been in a reconstruction mood since 2008 when it entered into Capricorn. So it is reconstructing a lot of things in the earthly realm. So the two of it, so you might hear some communication. We might hear something about what Pluto is doing. They're in a good position. They're liking each other. So the news may not necessarily be so harsh as it might be something that's very welcoming. However, on the 8th of October, that's when Pluto starts to go direct. Again, it's a stationary direct. It's almost like Pluto is just sitting there right now, and it's just kind of playing in its Capricorn world, and it's kind of deciding how we're going to reconstruct, because Pluto has had a lot of destruction in the world of Capricorn, and now because Pluto will be going into Aquarius soon enough, 2023, it goes back and forth a little bit into Aquarius, and that's going to be all about the reconstruction of our thoughts and how we look at things and how we think about things and how we learn. So that's all up here when it starts doing that. Capricorn is with what we're doing with our hands, what we're doing with our lives. It's very tangible reconstruction energy. So on the 8th, it's going to go direct, but it's called stationary direct. So it's just kind of sitting there right now. On the 9th of October, we have a full moon in Aries. Now, this full moon will also be playing with some of the planets too. So the full moon will be in conjunction with Jupiter, which is retrograde in Aries. So that's a really positive source. It's a really positive energy for us. It is sextile with Saturn and Mars. Saturn is retrograde in Aquarius. So sextiling it's just kind of a, like a here or there. It's not necessarily really forceful, but it's not bad at all. In fact, it's kind of like a buddy that maybe you haven't seen for a while. However, the full moon in Aries will be squaring with Pluto in Capricorn. So that's where Aries is going to try to get Pluto to make some moves. It's kind of like telling Pluto, hey, you know what? We're done with a lot of this garbage. Start doing the reconstruction part on the physicality part. So It's going to be, but we don't know how Pluto's going to react to that. We don't know how Pluto is going to be. Is Pluto going to go along with that Aries energy? You know, remember we had the new moon in Libra, which is all about balance, and then we have this fiery Aries moon. And remember, it is, even though it's, you know, sextile isn't necessarily a strong partnership, it is still a partnership with Jupiter also in Aries too. So Aries wants good stuff. Aries wants stuff to start changing for the positive, and it's trying to push Pluto a little bit more into making some better changes, okay? Better choices. Pluto, it's time for you to make some better choices. So the full moon will be in Aries, in October 9th. That will be at 4:54 p.m. Eastern Time. And then it was interesting, Pluto goes direct at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Time also. So there are some fives. So that could be some change. Either way, these are some strong energies, and it could either be something very positive or it might be something that's just not darn too pretty. Okay? Anyway, let's see what we've got going now. Let's go on and see what we have with the Waite Rider Tarot. What do we have from our higher power for this weekend, and especially with the full moon? And regardless of what the full moon is, and regardless the energies that try to square it or oppose it or try to rough it up a little bit, it is still a great time to release, relinquish, and request. And the more we put out the positive energy, the more that gets picked up also. So, like I said, release what's, or I've said in the past, release what's no longer needed, release what's holding you back, relinquish what's no longer needed, and request the good stuff, because good stuff it's okay to ask for. Okay, we've been kind of conditioned not to expect miracles, and to me, miracles happen all the time. So let's see what we've got here. Remember, anything reversed has stronger energies. For me, let's see what we've got. So now we have a 3 of Cups. So the number, and it was reversed. Now this is a celebratory energy. This is something like good things are happening. Things are moving. It's an emotional energy here too, because Cups is our it is our Pisces, it is our Cancer, it's also our Scorpio energy. We're about to turn into Scorpio. Scorpio is the next season. Neptune is still retro in Pisces, so it's going deep and looking into our subconscious. What is it that we've been wanting? But this is, again, so this is Cups, this is 3. 3 has celebratory energy, creative energy, and it's the power of 3. So power of 3 energy is not a bad thing to do, especially around the full moon. So get a couple of buddies, get a couple of friends, and really put out the positive energy. And you can do with the full moon 3 days before, 3 days after. All of that does have an effect. But this is celebration. This has things coming to a better positioning. I know sometimes, the universe doesn't necessarily feel like it's, has a lot to celebrate about, but something is going on, something emotionally, something spiritually is going on. There's a spiritual, maybe a spiritual celebration about to occur. Here we go. Next card is, now we have a 10. So 10 is a transitional number. We have a 1, new beginning. A 0 is God's source energy. But transition means we're moving on. We're moving. We're making some changes here. And the Wheel of Fortune this is a major arcana. So this is a very high universal card. And this is kind of saying there's been a lot of spiritual energy, that from that 0 to 9, there's been a lot of spiritual makeovers, spiritual ascensions, and now we're transitioning. If you think about what comes after transition, we have 11, which is justice, we have the 13, which is death, we have, the devil. We have a little bit more to go through, but on the other side of all that becomes the star, becomes the sun, becomes the world. So there is a lot of positive. It's just keep going. We just have some more to go through, but on the flip side, there is much better energies waiting us. Here we go. Next card is Now, this is again reversed. This is our rods. Rods are our fire sign. So there's Aries, full moon, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, passionate, burning, determined energy, very consuming energy. So it takes the spirituality of the cup energy and it just makes it flame. It just makes it go after what you want. Now, twos are partnerships, decisions, crossroads. It could be, it could just be something that we have some choices about. The two of rods is a positive decision, is a decision that, it's like, here he is. He's got his two. He's got his hand on one. So it does look like a decision has been made. But he has the world awaiting him also. So this is a positive decision. This is a positive movement. But we also have this. So even though he has his hand on this, it doesn't necessarily mean that he is totally on board or totally, with this decision. He could change his mind. But it is something where you really step up. The two of rods is stepping up, and it's just, I do feel like there's a decision that's been made. Okay, so now the two other energies we haven't talked about is our air energy or our sword energy. That is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. We are in Libra season. Lots of stuff going on with Gemini. Mars is in Gemini right now. It is direct for the moment, and we have Saturn, which is direct for the moment. It will be, switching over to, I'm sorry, it's retro. It will be going direct pretty soon. Anyway, an Aquarius is our thought processes, our making plans, our thinking things through. Also, it could be about messages received. And then we have our Pentacles or our earth energy, and that is our Capricorn, our Taurus, and our Virgo energy. And all of them, Mercury in Virgo, Uranus is retrograde in Taurus. It's been there for since 2018, I think it was. I think we talked about that. It'll be there till 2024. And then, of course, we have the good old Pluto, which is just sitting there right now in Capricorn. So let's see what we have. One card here. So here we go. Okay, we have the Queen of Water. Now, all the court cards have dual energies. So one is the underlying energy, so such as the Queen. The Queen's underlying energy is water or cups, okay, emotional, it's fluid. This is also water energy. So Page would have the underlying energy would be Pentacle, earth energy. It is, Page is very adventurous and wants to start on new beginnings. Knight's underlying energy is fire energy, or so it would be the rod's energy, and their underlying energy. While the Page wants to start, the Knight is like, okay, let's go get them. The water energy is emotional, caring. It's very spiritual energy. And then, of course, the King has the air energy. So this is water. This is cups. Very emotional time. So this would be a time that just really, you're going to really want to watch. You're going to want to watch your emotional energies, okay? I have spoken about energies as almost like a currency, so you really want to make sure you're not spending it foolishly. You're not spending it on something that's not going to give you a really good return. So I know that we don't have any earth energy in here. It's water. So the Queen, though, is very caring, is very loving. I'm just kind of feeling like the Queen is just, just doesn't necessarily feel the, she doesn't feel, I'm kind of feeling like this Queen is borderline with hope, okay? She's just wanting and she's hoping and she's wishing. At the same time, she's feeling things extremely deeply. So something's going on with her, but she's also royalty. She's also, steps up. She also puts her, even though her feelings are right out there and just right for everyone to see right now, she does know her job. She does know her duty. So something with this emotional energy, very fluid energy, spiritual energy. So this is, and again, I kind of feel this thing between her vacillating a little bit between a loss of hope, and yet hoping for miracles. Okay, so something about her is interesting, especially since we have celebration, we have wonderful choices, we have this, but even though things are moving forward, like I said, there's going to be some weird, it's still weird times. We still have that because we live in a weird universe right now. So the Queen, I'm just feeling like the Queen is kind of between a loss of hope and hoping for a miracle. I just feel like she's just a little bit in between there. So let me know what you're thinking about this. How did you read this? Because many of you do, so I really appreciate that. Take a moment, please, because this helps. This does help to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Keep me going, and I appreciate you doing that. Also comment. I do love hearing from you. So why don't we start our readings now? Hello, my Cancers. So we have a full moon. You are the moon baby. So use this energy, though it might be a little bit rougher than you're used to. But that only means that you're just going to be that much more determined. Okay? It's just going to kind of pull you up by the bootstraps, if you want to say it that way, or get on your big kid pants type of thing with it. It's going to make you more determined, more resolute. I'm getting resolute for you, my Cancers. And I like that. I like that for you. Okay, cards are coming out. Okay, here we go. Well, we come up with that Nine of Air. The Nine of Air is always the, oh, what's going on? It's not going to work out. Things are happening and my nose is starting to itch. So nines have a, let's wrap it up. Let's get it done. Air is our Libra. We're in Libra season. It is Aquarius. It is Gemini. All of those have some planetary actions going on right now. And, what is it? Saturn is, I think it's on the 28th going direct. So it is slowing down a little bit, so that it can go direct. It will still stay in Aquarius. So it is about truth versus illusion. And some of it is, we have, again, Mars. All of this is strong energies that just sometimes feel insurmountable. The nice thing is we have Venus in Libra, which is actually very loving and very caring to the balance of the world, okay, and to your balance too. So the Nine of Air is just, is not sleeping, is just letting things, just pile up in your mind. It's stress. It's stress. It's negative self-talk. It's stinking thinking. It's all the things you need to really use to release. This is the release, what's holding you back. The Nine of Air is definitely a hold back energy for this weekend. So you need to make some changes with this. You need to raise those vibrations up. You need to have hope. You need to have, believe in miracles. You need to stop saying, oh, it's never going to happen, and saying it's going to happen. Okay? So the Nine of Air is expecting the worst. Self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. Now, I don't know what's under here, except now we have the Page of Earth, and this one is reversed. So we're going to switch it over like that. So so the Page is the underlying energy of pages is Earth energy. This is Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Remember, Pluto is stationary right now in, it's, oh my goodness, stationary. What is that? You're going to kiss a fool. I don't know. But stationary in Capricorn. So things are just holding on. But it is going to be squaring. Pluto is going to be squaring with Aries. I talked a little bit about that in the beginning. So there is a very powerful movement happening. The Page is very excitable. The Page is just like, let's jump in, let's just get this done. The Page is looking at ways to make more money, getting a new job, getting something very, very tangible energy. Okay? This as usually you get a new job, you get a new promotion, or you're offered something, or you're offered I'm kind of getting a package. You're offered a package. Now, a lot of times packages come with new jobs. So it's like, we'll give you this, this, and this. And it kind of is where you have to have your vibrations high. Otherwise, you might even push it away. Does that make sense? Anyway, scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. Good news about financial matters. wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So there is a little bit of a change coming here. And you know, you might not necessarily be a subject matter expert in it, but it's really kind of interesting. So don't let this Nine of Air hold you back. Okay? Now I flipped this card, so I don't know where this one is. This one was not reversed, but now it is. So we have a 9, 1, 7. 1 is new beginning, 10 transition. 7 is a divine number, divine umbrella. 1 plus 7 is an 8, unlimited opportunities. So it might have started out this way of you know, kind of racking your head, you know, kind of pulling your hair. Oh, is this ever going to happen? But then something pops up for you. Something changes for you. And now we have the star. This is Archangel Jophiel. Jophiel has a lot of creativity, and he's also, you know, he has a lot of that 3 energy, that creativity and celebration energy to her. But the star is about making wishes. The star is about hoping. The star is putting it out there and saying, you know, and expecting wonderful things to start happening. So in one way, you know, again, so we have this, you know, tries to balance it out. This has the stronger energy. This has the make a wish. This is your hopes and dreams are coming true. Things are transitioning. Things are getting better for you. You have to let go of this 9 of Air. You have to let go of expecting the worst. Okay? Maybe, you know, maybe that's been the past. And I know about 2 years ago for my Cancers, it was really horrible for you. Even last year was transitioning. But now we're coming to now we're in a better place. And each day, each week, things are getting better. You just have to hope and hold on to that. Because this weekend, you have to let go of the expecting the worst. You have to let go of the negative energy because things are changing. There's going to be something positive for you this week. Okay, the star, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You are on the right path. So the star, make a wish. Wish. Use this energy to wish, and wish big. Okay? So now let's see what we have with the Psychic Tarot and Oracles for my Cancers. Yeah, it just starts off a little wonky this weekend. It's just kind of like, oh, so maybe you hear some weird news, or maybe there's some money bills that have to come and be paid. But then somehow the money comes. Somehow something positive. So it's kind of like for your negatives, you get maybe twice as much as the positives. Here we go. Let's see what we've got. Now, we have an 8, and I think this would be your 8 of water. Again, I'm not always sure with this one, but water energy, your energy, also Scorpio and Pisces. Pisces has got some stuff happening in it too. So don't think that the water energies don't have some powerful stuff. Neptune is retro, and soon Jupiter will be retroing. So there's into Pisces too. So there's a lot of deep, very strong energies because they've been there for a while. Okay, they're not easy shifters. So there is an emotional withdrawal. There is a time to meditate. There is, again, we have the 8, unlimited opportunities. There is this time, take some time to yourself to get yourself balanced, especially with this 9 of Air. And you have to come to terms with life, and then you have to then say more is expected. I want wonderful things out of life. Okay? So there is meditation, there is prayer, there is connecting with whatever grounds you, connecting with your water energy. To me, water is like my I'm a fire sign, but I've got some water in me too. And it's like, that's what brings me to peace. Even if it's stormy weather, it brings me to peace. Okay? So take some time this weekend, meditate, maybe some yoga, or maybe some sort of movement with your body where you can connect with your guides. Okay? So here we go. Let's go on to the Angels of Abundance. Let's see what we have for our Cancers here. Yeah, this will help you quite a bit with that nine of air. You need a little more meditation time. What is it? Qi Kuang. A little more meditation, maybe Tai Chi. I just kind of get this. There needs to be some movement going on. I don't think it. I know that there's like Zumba or Rumba or whatever it's called, and I know that that's really gets your energies very high. So so that might be, but I kind of feel like it needs to be a slow moving, very precise type of movement. Pilates? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. You obviously know that I don't do any of those. Here we go. Let's see what we've got for my Cancers. Detox your friendships. Whoa. Not seen this one before. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So, be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Well, that goes with that a lot, doesn't it? The emotional withdrawal. Detox your friendships. So you don't want to be around the people that tell you you can't. You want to be around the people that say, yes, you can. Okay? So, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what crystal or energy would be helpful for my Cancers, because yes, you can. This is a good weekend to say that. Here we are. Jet absorbs negativity, grounding, financial balance, healing grief. Okay, my Cancers. What did this all mean to you? Please comment. Let me know. Also, take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and click on the bell. Most importantly, though, my Cancers, always know that you really are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.